So, dili na ta sa 11.11, personality types. So, personality types refer to the differences among people in such matters as what motivates them. So, how they process information, how they handle conflict, etc. Understand the people's personality types is acknowledged as an asset in interacting and communicating with one of them more effectively. So, mo na ni akong giingon ganina na behavior sa isa ka or attitude sa isa ka employee. Kung kabalo ka mo identify ana ilang behavior, kabalo na pud ka mo handle unsa na siya pag ayo-ayo og handle pod. So, dili na ka magpataka kani siya inani ang attitude so inanion pud ako pag handle. So, isa na siya ka-asset nato mga project manager kung kabalot ta mo identify og attitude sa katao. Kay maka-build tag relationship sa ilaha dali ra pud sila makasabot kung ana. Then understanding your personality type as a project manager will assist you in evaluating your tendencies and strengths, different situations. Siya. Understanding others' personality types can also help you coordinate the skills of your individual team. So, mo itong giingon ganina. Kung kabalo ka silang attitude, kabalo ka sa on pag-handle, dali lang pag-communicate sila kung naatay mga task na ipang-delegate. So, inana. Tapos, uh, skills of individual teams and members various needs of your client. So, mo to siya, dali na ito ma-raise sila ha. If ever na yung mga needs sa client then. Na yung mga example dere, the Myers type MBTI is one of the most widely used tools for exploring personal preference with more than 2 million people taking MBTI each year. So, kani Myers-Briggs type indicator, so isa ni siya sa gina-use daw para ma-explore ang personal preferences sa katao. MBTI is often referred to as Myers-Briggs. It is a tool that can be used in the project management training to develop awareness of preferences for processing information and relationship with other people. So, based on the theories of psychological Carl Jung, Myers uses a questionnaire to gather information on the way individuals prefer to use their perception. Judgment perception represents the way people become aware of people, their environment. So, in judgment preferences, evaluation of what perceived. People perceive things differently and reach different conclusions based on the same environmental input. Understanding the accounting for this difference is critical for successful project leadership. So kani mo to lahi jud ang tao pag sabot sa mga butang. So kung kabalotaan ni mo identify so makadako jud kay siya og kanang tabang sa isa ka project. So uh, the Myers-Briggs identifies 16 personality types based on four preferences derived from the questionnaire. So mag-discuss ta aning kaning ilahang use na Myers-Briggs identify. So the differences between pairs of characters. Extroversion, introversion, sensing, intuition, thinking, feeling, judging, perceiving. So mo iyahang makuan. 16 Myers-Briggs types can be derived from four dichotomies. So each of the 16 types describes preference focusing on the inner or outer world for approaching and internalizing information for making decisions. So it is important to note that there is no best type that the affected interpretation of merits requires training. So the purpose of Myers-Briggs is to understand and appreciate the differences among people. So mao iyang main purpose ang pag-identify sa kalahian sa each employee or each tao. This understanding can be helpful in building the project team. So, developing common goals, communicating with project stakeholders, for example, different people process information differently. Mo lagi to lalahi pagkuan ways pagsabot nila pag process information. Extroverts prefer to face meeting as the primary meanings of communicating while introverts prefer written communication. So una siya kay ang opposite man jud ng extrovert. Si extrovert kay more ganahan mo siya magawas-gawas. So ganahan siya og mga meeting na face to face jud whereas si introvert na prefer lang through chat siguro or written communication. So sensing type focus on facts and intuitive types than the big picture. So sensing type so katong focus on the facts. So mo ni ang katong mga tao na more nagagamit og senses. Focus on sa jud toy kanang facts ba. Kanang sa na jud toy tinuod or kanang existing na. Intuitive types can be want the big picture. So kani mga intuitive kaning mga kalahian na ning duha sila pa opposite kaning sensing mo ning mga kanang kuan god kanang nag-exist or logical kani sila kung unsa to'y mga existing mao na jud ni ilahang ginasunod kung mao to'y na practice jud mo kana kani mga intuitive mo ni silang mga genius genius na jud kaayo na kanang na jud sila gina-imagine jud ba na big picture pa jud na kaya ra mabuhat pero wala pa siya nag-exist makana tapos on larger, more complex projects, some project managers will use Myers-Briggs as the team building tool during the project startups. This is typically a facilitated work session where members team take the Myers-Briggs and share with the team how they process information, what communication approaches they prefer, and what decision-making preference they have. This allows the team to identify the potential areas of conflict. So, diri ang mabalaan sa ito yung mga basig dira tamag kay dugay-dugay, may na mga conflict constraints to develop communication strategies and build appreciation for the diversity of the team. So, another theory of personality typing, the DIS method, which rates people's personality by testing person's preferences, word associations in the following four areas. So, four areas is dominance, drives, or relates to control, power, assertive, and inducement. Assertiveness ay sila na pa rin. So, endorsement, influence refers, relates to social situations and communications. Submission, steadiness relate to patience, persistence, thoughtfulness, compliance, and consciousness relates to structure and organizations. Understanding the differences among people is critical leadership skill. So, kuyaw kayo ni siya kung kabalo ka mo identify, kayo ni siya na skill, kabalo ka mo identify sa behavior or attitude sa katao. This includes understanding how people process information, sa mo to siya, how different experience influence a people perceived by the environment, how people develop filters that allow certain information to be incorporated while others information is excluded. So katong so to pagalaw na ma-filter lang mga need lang na information then katong mga raw data na walay mga labot so pwede na to siya matanggal. The more complex a project, the more important understanding how people process information. So, mo yun na siya. Mas complicated ang project, mas importante na unsa makabalo ka unsa po na pag-process. So, make decisions and deal with conflict. There are many personality type tests that have been developed. So, daghan na jud kayo mga test na gipanghimo para ani and explore different aspects of people's personality para mabalaan ang mga kuan personality sa each individual. It might be prudent to explore the different tests available and utilize those that are most beneficial for your team. So, mo to siya. Nag-recommend siya na daghan naman kayo mga na-develop na mga test para ma-identify ang behavior sa isa ka team. So, why not use katong mga need nimo or katong mga nakita nimo na effective para pa jud na-improve ang team. Pero para sa ko, as my experience, no need na mabalaan naman gud nimo kung meeting pa lang or as the project goes na mabalaan na nimo ang attitude na nakatao. So, kuan na dali ra siya. So, mabalaan na jud na nimo pag kanang start na jud ninyo pag collaborate o pag trabaho na jud ninyo pagka kanang kamo na team. So, mabalaan na ninyong batasan na specific na employee. Pero na ka makabalo sa pag-handle siya. So, mo siya sa itong 11 to 11 personality